Hello everybody, Beast of James here, welcome you back to another part of Pokemon Legends ZA. Last time I did a lot of things, but to show you, I made some progress off screen. For example, I got Grants for Grandpa finally, and Usagi Tsukudo, no, the Clefairy. Clefairy's a reference as well, and I got enough levels on Cassie to get her to her final form. And I also made some research on other things. On my research, I got these new moves. My favorite is gonna be search for. And I even got some new Pokemon. For example, a new shiny Snover. Now let's use Gilgrim if I ever saw one. It's an extra helping of extra large greatness. With beasts like this helping us out, we'll be able to carry bigger packages, no problem. Looking forward to working with you, Go-Go. Go-Go. Yeah. Don't you worry, my little friends. I haven't forgotten about you. Your experience with the Go-Go show taught you everything there is to know about Lumios. I count you to share you know how with our newbie here, okay? I believe in you. That mission complete. We're on the back burner. Alright. Now let's get back to a Hotel ZA and get things started. So, why did Vinny call you over to Kasariko? I guess her parents just want us to know that you got our backs and appreciate our work. She said she's counting on us to help take care of the Rogue Mega Evolution problem. On that note, did you both hear from Vinny about Rogue Mega Evolution reports for us to look into? That we did, which just means it's time for another strategy meeting. Don't tell Tiny I said this, but this team of ours is starting to grow on me. I'm gonna save a rogue Pokemon and become a strong evolution user while I'm at it. Let's get started on a strategy meeting, James. Okay, I'm ready. Here's the new info from Vinny. Our first concern is Dragonite in the Vert Sector. Second is John Sector 4. We got Tyranitar to check out. And finally, there's a Starmie in Blue Sector 9. All three of them can be difficult to tackle even when they haven't Mega Evolved. Huh. Which means it'll be extremely tough customers when the Rogue Mega Evolution sets in. Do you feel up to the stage? Of course. Team MZ will be supporting you on the ground as always. But even with our help, there will be serious opponents. We can't lift our guard now. Sure, but think of how good we've done at working together now. Yeah, we'll come so many rogue Mega Pokemon. Team MZ is a well-roiled machine. True enough. Okay, so to recap. We've got 3 more Pokemon at risk of Rogue Mega Evolution. We'll stake out each of the locations, then support James from there. First, for Dragonite Sector, Vert Sector. That one goes to Tawny. Nevin, you gotta keep an eye on that Tyranitar in John Sector 4. And I'll stand by to help handle Starmie in Blue Sector 9. You always seem to leave a heaviest load on your shoulders, James. I can handle it. Thanks, James. I'm really glad to hear that. And you can continue on us to heal up your Pokemon before we go into battle. Alright, team, move out. Time to save more Pokemon from Rogue Mega Evolution. Well, that was annoying. Those cuts, I mean. Alright. Huh, haven't really been through here, have I? Alright, let's try and see if I can handle this. Up. Oh, since it's been a while, I figure I'm gonna let you know this, but I've collected most of this. At this point, I'm collecting most of the colorful. Yeah, if I'm correct, I only need about 3 more at this point. Wherever they are, I'm not sure. But first, let's cash things in for one of the others. Yep, only 3 more of the screws left. I'm assuming at least some of them are going to be in the final area, but first... Alright, Dragonite. So let's see. Dragon, Fairy, and Ice. There we go. Yeah. Alright, now the question is, how am I getting up there? Don't see any of the elevators around here. Let's see. Alright, nothing here. And if a water move. Ah. Don't think I have this guy yet. Do I? And nope. This one's a completely new one. Oh, speaking of, there's one. And I see another. Here we are. Alright, and after I grab a one over there, all that'll be is one left. And that one's probably gonna be the trickiest. Gets on my luck. Hi, Talonflame. Bye, Talonflame. I'll get on the way down. If I forget, in which case I'm gonna be upset. Man, this is a lot of sharding. How many of these do I... Yeah, I'm maxed. There you are, Dragonite is just up ahead. So Dragonite is a pretty troublesome Pokemon. It hits hard and it's built tough. Its Mega Evolve was only recently discovered too. We didn't really know what to expect from it. But you look curious. Something on your mind? That person you've been looking for. Yeah, I guess I feel like I need a person to say since the person I'm searching for is here somewhere. Right now, that might take care of Lumia's rogue Megalution problem. How does she want to bet the person she's looking for is either the main villain or the one who set off a chain of events? Let's rock. Alright, Gramps, let's do this. It's been forever and a half since we saw this guy. Oh boy. Alright. Let's go, Soggy. Ah, darn it. Yeah, I am not going to make a map mistake twice. Oh boy. Here's the big one. And down it goes. Alright, so what is it? Is it going to be a meme name or something else? Dragonite. Dragonite. How do you pronounce that? You're on a roll, James. Sooner or later, we're gonna figure out all these Pokemon to go rogue. Ben Lewis will be a place shared by people and Pokemon, just like the Book of the Sarko wand. Keep it up. One down. Alright. Whoops. Where? Ah, here we go. Alright. Stop at Pizarro. Alright. Let's try and get some of the bigger names out of the way. There we go. Alright. For Tyranitar, it's gonna be weak to fighting. I know that much. I think Fairy as well. Ground can't hurt. And there. Alright, he seems to keep getting up and go shenanigans, so I wonder what type it'll be this time. That is a lot of crystals. You know, it makes me wonder. Darn it. I wanted to see if I could snipe him before it started. I bet you can handle this on your own if you had to, but you can count on Scrappy and me for help. Oh. Oh, it's the guy about the guy. Here's our likely soon to a Mega Evolved target, Tyranitar, the armor Pokemon. You did your research, huh? As you expect from the name, it possesses impressive defense, so it's maybe a long fight. But my strategy should do well against the Tyranitar in terms of matchup. In any case, the Tyranitar needs our help, so we'll simply have to do it. I bet you can handle this on your own if you had to, but you can count on Scrafty and me for help. Alright, Scrappy, let's go. Ow. And down you go. Tyranitar Knight's claim. All these wild Pokemon gathering Lumiose, and all of its rogue Mega Evolution. I'll be relieved when we can finally figure out the cause and put these mysteries to bed. I'll keep looking into it on my end as well. Alright. You know, starting to be odd mon out. If they didn't want... Alright, those Starmie. Grass and electric. Pick our go-to here. For the dark... I think dark is pretty good. Man. Could have sworn I had something else. Oh. Right, because I already do. Yeah. This should do nicely. Alright. Now, let's see. Alright, alright. Alright, I guess I'm supposed to go this way. Alright, up we go. Alright, what are you doing? Hold on, you lot. You don't want to mess with Pokemon up ahead. It's shrouded in Mega Power or whatever, and it's ready to blow, so no one get in my meat. Feels like I've seen you two before, Bo. It's Jason, ain't it? And have you ever won? Well, transition you two, I'll be alright. Come on in, follow me. Huh. Guess the Rusty is actually stepping in for this. The source of prize. For goodness sake. What if you let two civilians waltz in here when I explicitly said to block off the area? Mr. Phillip, hi. What are you doing here? We received word of a Pokemon behaving erratically. We can't allow any Lumiose presence to be harmed, so we came to validate the situation. I thought that I could take care of the situation personally. Your intel was spot on. The erratic Pokemon you were is at risk of undergoing rogue evolution, and we're here to calm it down. I see it, so they're trying to keep Luna safe, just like that. Problem is, I'm here on direct orders from the boss. He would hardly be pleased if I simply stepped aside for you. I'm sure you understand. That's what what are we supposed to do? Team up? It's simple. If James beat me, then I'll be unable to take on our opponents. And me about Pyroar. Oh well. Work. Ow. Ow. Alright, Greninja. Let's rock. I think you're my last line of defense here for the most part. Clever. Ah, darn. Slow it down. Nice! Ah, darn it. Time for barbecue. Mashing A. You know, I should check the dialogue to see if I'm actually on the fastest text speed, just in case I'm like this pulls up again. Mashing, intensifying. Alright, probably should have stayed Pyro for this. Now that I think about it. But And down. Now monstrosity. Your true strength lies in drawing up a full stream of Pokemon, huh? I see you've been honing your skills. Time for us to withdraw, you lot. We can leave things to Team Z, MZ. Again, why can't we just stand up? I can understand why the boss holds you in such high regards. When I first met the boss, I thought nobody could possibly surpass him. Yet now I find that the world may be bigger than I ever imagined. That's kind of fun coming from you, Philip. You're older than Hobu and the rest of us. Age matters little when it comes to greatness. In my childhood years, I was already formidable in physical strength and my talent for battling. As such, I was able to keep my local ruffians under control and under my command. But I was still nothing but a young fool. I was strong, yes, but I didn't put food on the table. It was only thanks to Lysander's support that I managed to survive those days. That wasn't the case for Mr. Hobu. He negotiated with Lysander, convinced the man to give him seed money for his ventures. Mr. Hobu started us up all sorts of businesses. Security services, Pokemon carriers, even some things that perhaps weren't entirely above board. He was quite the little upstart, so me and my gang fighting needed to be taught a lesson. Yet young Kobu and his Venipede, he gave us a slip at every turn, always one step above head, until we are forced to admit defeat. He outdid us completely, and in an entirely unrelated Pokemon battle. Ever since then, he has been the only person I call my boss. Maybe I shouldn't have told you all that. In exchange for your silence, please take this. This is a water stone, right? Use it on your partner of yours. It will surely help you protect Lumiose. Now please make sure to handle things here. If the city goes down, the Wrestling Guild will have no clients left to work with after all. What are the odds? If I used a stone filking me, it'd be Starmie versus Starmie. Think I should do it? Sure, why not? Right, yeah, okay. I'll vote my partner. Then we get to go combat Rogue Mega Starmie. You know, I'm confused about something. Why did he even have one in the first place? Okay, who was... Alright, Greninja. Let's go. Let's rock. Before starting Rogue Mega sets in, want me to heal your Pokemon? If it won't be too much trouble. Not sure if I'm full health or not. Make sure you and Adriana stay safe, okay? Where did... Oh, darn it. Oh, darn it. And down. Stormanite. And all healed. Good work, James. As another rogue Pokemon successfully calmed. Strategy to out of you, huh? I know we gotta help these poor Pokemon stop their suffering, but geez, they don't left with the super fierce attacks. And all that running around dodging, it leaves me absolutely starving. Do you think Lifesavers Luminous' restaurant might have started all this? Ploy to bring in customers? Nah, it couldn't be, that'd be wild. If it did... If that was it, that was Tawny. I'm guessing you went back to tell Z to debrief. Ah. Where's my autism? Huh. Stormy heaven. Alright. Back to a hotel we go. Oh, but first things first. Here we go. Now, who could use the levels? There. These guys should be a good enough unit. We managed to save another bunch of Pokemon from Rogue Mega Evolution. As usual, it was largely thanks to your efforts. In fact, you really outdid yourself this time. I'm so glad we got you on Team MZ. Hey AZ, can I ask you something? Yes, what is it, my young friend? You kept saying we need to find the strongest Mega Evolution user. But how do we determine that? Like, how do we know which train is the actual strongest? But it's up to Float to decide. How do you mean? You mean that will require the greatest of Mega Evolution used to handle Floet's true power. For the moment, let us simply be glad that you all continue to succeed in calming rogue Pokemon. But do we know how Float would even decide who's the strongest? Cute. Maybe it's gotta be a Pokemon trainer that Float thinks she can rely on? Well, that must be James. Says who? Alright. Who's... Grishima. Grishima? Hoova! So it's finally decided. You're closing on the ink right now, the very top of the ZA Royale. Just one question. Well, who the heck is Grimsham? Does anyone know? I'd have managed to make it to rank B, but managed to keep their face secret. Some folks prefer not to show their faces in their profile picture, but I want to keep their daily lives and their ZA Royale activities separate. Some people register under pseudonyms or nicknames too. That's true, but still. How are you supposed to find them to have your promotion match? You'll have to wait for them to find you, I guess. And risk them getting worse from Prism Tower? No way. We can't just sit back and wait. Vinny or Emma? Maybe she'll know? I have a feeling you wouldn't just offer someone's personal information like that. Maybe Emma could help, though. Let's head to the Looker Bureau, James, and try to find out more about this Grimsley. What are the chances that's AZ? No way, if it was, you wouldn't have said something. Looks like the competition to see who hits rank first has begun. Who joined the ZA Royale under a false name? There are some strange people out there. A strong revolution user. Another role I should have fulfilled and yet failed to. To be fair, man, you're 3,000 years old. I think it's gonna take a toll on anyone. Okay, what are the chances that this guy... that there are Emma? Oh well. For now... Side quest. Hello. This is terrible. My world is out of control. It's rolling all over the place. It may rain at one of our Pokemon that could get hurt. Please, I need you to bow my Whirlpeed and its rolling rampage. Well, that's not something you see every day. Closer. Well, there's only one thing you do for Bug. Kill it with fire! Right, Lumiere? Well, that was easy. Thanks for finally stopped. What were you thinking when your Whirlpool run wild through the city like that? Oh no, she looks upset. I went to visit Justin, a group dedicated to getting rid of wild zones so that Pokemon and people can truly coexist in Lumia. Let your world run like that, it's going to make people think Pokemon are scary. Are you trying to make the visit just look bad or something? No, not at all. Whirlpool just suddenly started rolling and zooming off. I didn't mean to make anything look bad, I swear. Whatever you meant to or not, it makes trouble for us when Pokemon acts dangerous out in public. Justice need to teach you a lesson. Teach me a lesson, I'm okay, but I'd rather not do anything painful or scary. First off, you need to learn everything you can about your Pokemon. Whirlpool is surprisingly aggressive. Hesitate smash the things at high speed. Pokemon will obey you as long as you have a high enough royal rank. But if that's not the case, you should train with a fifth justice so that you're able to stop Whirlpool on your own. Have I made myself clear? Yes, understood. Well, looks like you got wrong. Wait, does that mean I'll be training under Ivor? That Ivor? That sounds as painful and scary as being mowed down by a Whirlipede. Considering you can punch a metal right off, I wouldn't say it's the worst. Next. Alright. What are we learning today? I want to be artistic in all things, even Pokemon battling. What makes Battles in Battle truly shine is their beauty, their strength, and how Imperial? It all is. You don't know what I mean? You'll figure out if you battle me. Alright, let's go. Do we actually have enough? Alright, check the stats, so... Yeah, this should do it. I want to have an artistic battle. Let's battle. In the name of art and God. Let's give this guy a test, shall we? Oh great, you're at the Dora. Alright, fine, you can burn. Sorry, you two. This bout wasn't made for it. Kaboom! Self-destruction, explosion. I have faced a trainer once who would shout, "Let's give it all we got" before battle. Thanks to her, me and my Pokemon wasn't really meant to give a battle our all. But don't you worry. The first place to go after every battle is the Pokemon Center. The elegant beauty found a fleeting battle and healing to bring out her resilience. This is indeed our style. You would get very along really well with the Mad Bomber. Alright, some heals. There you go. Darn it. Alright, the guy should be up here. Alright, turns out it was a girl, but I'm playing Snail's Dance. Ghost type Pokemon are weak to dark type moves and ghost type moves. You know what that means? Sure do. In a battle between ghost types, speed plays a large part in determining the outcome. So let's say we have a battle to decide which of us is a superior ghost type user. Once you and your ghost Pokemon are ready. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First. Yeah, it should always just need these two to win. Even if it's faster than speed, I have a backup plan to bring us back to the brink. Oh, darn it. That fountain was a huge pain in the butt. Alright, this time I'm ready. Was I maybe cursed with something? I still lost. Even my backup plan of getting my Pokemon spell tag and Strength Ghost type moves failed. I know you helped Ivor and Gwen brave a hatch before, so your skill in battle shouldn't come as a surprise. Huh? Do you feel chill in the air? What? You don't feel it? The aura of melancholy? Maybe Gwen Channelie is mad over what I just said and now wants to adore my spirit. No, please don't punish me. I didn't mean it. Take it back. Please don't take my spirit. Your melancholy is gone. It seems talk about Ivor is off limits even when Gwen's not around. Here, take this spell tag. Give it to a Pokemon to boost the power of a ghost type move. I'm good for the moment, but thank you. Alright, one more. There have been quite a stern of Pungo fan community over this recent discovery. What kind of stir? Big, medium, large. Who can be stored based on their size? Small, average, large, and super size. However, it comes to life that the difference between just goes beyond just size. So now they're called small variant, medium variant, large variant, and jumbo variant. Don't you think the new names sound more like different breeds than anything else? I do. I want to see if they really are that different, so I've been collecting Puckaboo variants. But I've been ending up finding the largest jumbo variant. They said to appear in 9 Wall Zone 15. Please, I just need to catch a jumbo variant Puckaboo for me. Even bigger than the Puckaboo I here, if you can believe it. Alright. Oh, there's one more thing. Please don't bring me an alpha Pokemon. It's hard to determine which variant it is when it's alpha size. Alright. Well, hopefully that was it. I caught a medium? No. Alright. Is this one the right size? Alright, I can at least use this to determine where the size. Alright. Boxing this. Alright, I think that's the right one. Again with a medium! How? This guy's a lord! This one, maybe? Oh, I did get Jumbo. Jumbo's like marvelous. Even if it looks at him, I can tell the different variants are indeed different forms. Forgive me. To be honest, I don't really get it, but how could I not be convinced by the size of that Pokemon? From now on, I'll it's big enough to acquire a Jumbo variant someday. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for bringing me a Jumbo variant Puckaboo. You're welcome. Not sure how I could have told the difference, honestly, but sure. And that's all of it. Now for my team again. Let's see. Alright. I'm betting this Grimsley guy is Emma. Meow. Glad to see you too, Mimi. Hello there, what can I do for you today? Is this about your case? I've narrowed down the list of likely candidates by looking at people from the last 2 years. Thanks, Emma, but it's actually another missing person we're here for today. Another missing person? Alright, let's hear it. We need to find James' opponent for his next promotion match. Do you have a name? Grimsum, huh? I know the name. One of the top-ranked trainers in the ZA Royale, so I've heard. I can give you information you need, but knowledge could potentially put you in danger. Do you still want to know? Of course we still do. I figured you'd say that. Okay, I know what to do. If you beat me in a battle, I'll tell you why no. Come on, let's head outside. Huh. You should know, Emma's really strong. Her death work means she's too busy for the ZA Royale, but she'd be in the top ranks for sure. Are you ready to battle me? I'm ready to win. I'll be using Pokemon given to me by a man who played an important role in my life. Malamar, everyone, let's go. Ampharos? Need Lagaya Crest. And of course, the first person she has is the special base attack. And it still has it. Right. Alright, let's try something a bit more physical. And the moment I bring him out, the thing goes away. Nice. Next. You're next, Starmie. Alright, before then, let's get a head start. My Pokemon I aren't alone. My old mentors have our back in spirit. Alright, let's see what you can do against one of your own. Alright, Skullpede. I have not changed your moves back yet, have I? Oh well. Victory is victory. That was back. Okay, good thing these old guys aren't here to see this. Tell me, what do you two know about Team Flare? That the group that caused all the trouble for college 5 years ago, right? Exactly right. The group was led by a man named Lysander. He disappeared 5 years ago, but now he appeared, calling himself L. He's been spotted around town with a mysterious Pokemon. Seems suspicious, so I decided to investigate them. Not for a client, just for me. But everything I've understood tells me that L hasn't been doing anything sinister at all. In fact, he seems to be generally trying to help save Luna, so it's not the old guard we got to worry about here, but rather Manu. Say about 5 years ago, I had my own ties to someone who was involved in Team Flare. That's how I heard about what I'm about to tell you. Before Team Flare class, they started making moves to ensure they left a legacy. Apparently, they tried a few different things, including making expansion suit that I use. Or one of their efforts involved training up a new generation to carry on their ideals. Grimsy was one of the young trainers that Team Flare taught, but it's not clear if Grimsem is even a real name or not. And now, since Grimsem is taking part in the Zero Royale, but why? To what end? There's no really saying for sure, not until I do more digging at least. You know what? I'll bet Mob at the Pokemon research so I can tell you more about Grimsem. Why would she know anything? Sorry, that's not for me to say. It's up to Mabel to decide how much she wants to share. Thanks for the tip, Emma. I'll do some guessing of my own. You should go to the Pokemon Research Lab and see what Mabel says, James. First things first, the Pokemon Center. All healed. Alright, lab. That rat, that vile old man. I can't believe that mayor. It's not my fault we keep getting more wild zones. And it's not entirely like I can tell him off, not when he knows I'm basically at his mercy. But that doesn't mean I should get worked into the ground. I'm acting director of this place. Yikes. Are you making progress on my research tasks? I want to know about Grimsem. Grimsem? Who could that be? I'll say Miss Zero Royale. But Zero Royale, see if you already know about Grimsven, I would have thought. Fine, so I used to be a part of Team Flare. Tell me more. I don't really mind telling people if they're merely curious, but there's still people today who value if they even hear the word Team Flare, you know. So I didn't exactly walk around advertising it, but I won't lie about it if I'm asked either. When I didn't feel apart, I got taken into custody along with the others, but I took a plea deal. So I got made into acting director of this lab. Easy to keep track of me if I'm always stuck here, right? My role in Team Flare also had me look into Pokemon energy and all, so I don't hate for work. Sorry, I didn't mean for a sob story to spill out. You want to know about Grimsem, huh? Huh, so that's how. Wonder if anyone else did. He was a part of a younger generation Team Flare. Everyone calls him Grits. It means gray, like the color of ash. He was pretty strong when it came to Pokemon battles. Not that he got much chance to show it off. That skill at the time. I honestly don't know what he might be thinking now during the ZRL, but if you really got to know, might want to try Novum Cafe over in Concerto Plaza. The coffee truck? Why? You'll find when you get there, won't you? Jeez, kids, don't take all the mystery and fun out of life. You're also about to walk into a pretty sticky situation, but I'll be there to help you when the time counts. But don't forget, I still want you to keep up for research work, too. And like that, 2 more research tasks pop out of the ether. Alright. Oh, Aron. You wanna know what I'm doing? Well, I'm feeding these wild Aron. Aron loves these metal. They even munch away at cars and things if you're not careful. So I feed them scrap metal to make sure they don't start eating what they shouldn't. I do worry they'll get bored if they keep doing the same old thing all the time, though. I saw an idea. Don't you think a poison type would add some really nice flavor to the scrap metal? Feels like it can't be poison, so bother at all. If you're happy to help me with the idea, hit the pile of metal with the little sludge bomb to give it some seasoning, perhaps. Sludge bomb, sludge bomb. Bon appetit! Ooh, that's something about giving scrap metal such a tantalizing aroma. Why would you say that about poison on metal? And look, the Aron seem pretty happy with the result too. They're trying down. I'm so glad this random idea of mine worked out. Thank you for spiking things up for us. You were a fantastic help and I'm particularly grateful. After this, I think I'll spend some time researching what poison type moves are and find the tastiest. Don't you worry, my little Aron friends. I'll keep feeding you as much scrap metal as you like. Well, that was an interesting fact to know about him. Alright, Rust Syndicate girl, what do you need? Well, if it ain't the kid from Team MZ. You got a bit of a rubber name in the Rust Syndicate. I heard you're pretty strong. Bellamy, will you? Don't have to be right now. I can wait till you're good and ready. Come tell me what you're in the mood for, the grunt. I'm ready now. You seem ready. Want to get this started? Then buckle up, my hair. Will is hard as steel, you hear? Oh, I took care of a Steel Syndicate member instead of... Well, luckily, they've drawn out steel ground, so I can still do that. Wow, double KO. Did not see that coming. Earth power. Alright, last one. And down. Man, I really don't know what to say during battles besides blam, bloom, blam. Some things can only be learned through battles. Now I know what really serious training looks like. Fighting is very beat you with a steel type. You know, you're alright. Most folks wouldn't waste time healing me. Guess I would get something interesting since I lost the battle. Let me tell you a little secret. Steel can't be poisoned. See, that's true for people. Well, word is that back when he was young, our very own Philip was ordered by an even younger man, Kobu. The thing about Kobu is that he's charismatic, charming, just downright intoxicating. And that's rad, but it could work against him too. So Philip looks at Sarmi as a reminder. Helps him keep a level head and stops him from just blindly following Kobu. None of it is high safety intel, mind you, but I like big talking about it anyway. It's because our second commander is such a solid head on his shoulder that runs like us can sleep easy. Here, take this. Thanks to Bell and for listening to my prattle on. If Kobu's talks to you under his wing, then that makes us family, MZ grunts. And battle click everything. I think I'm gonna cut it here. Next time we start heading to the cafe and potentially fight this Grimson guy. Until then, Beast James signing out.